From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Tuesday morning. It is not as foggy this morning as it was yesterday morning, that's for sure. But fog could maybe return for tonight. We'll talk about the nuances of that coming up later in the show. Rain chance is going to return for Saturday and beyond. And our mountain passes could get a little bit snowy starting early on Sunday and then heading into the holiday week. So that could loom large for holiday travel. Okay, fog just not really showing up this morning for lower elevations, and we can thank the winds for that, as the wind gusts right now up around 20 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley and around 15 miles per hour in the Walla Walla Valley. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it's just enough to mix out what would otherwise be a foggy start. Okay, temperatures this morning really all over the place. 29 in Yakima, 41 in the Tri-Cities, 44 degrees in Walla Walla. So you'll need some sort of jacket as you're headed out the front door. Here's your day planner forecast for this Tuesday. We'll see a mixture of sun and clouds, and high temperatures are going to end up around 50 degrees for a lot of us. And I'll talk about, again, the nuance of the forecast when it comes to maybe seeing a little bit more fog for tonight into tomorrow morning. That's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a double homicide in Benton County. Investigators say it may be traced back to domestic violence. This morning, what we're learning about the shooting and the warning signs experts want every family to recognize.
Plus, an update on the shooting investigation in Richland. Police say they've arrested someone who injured 2 people earlier this month. We have why officers say it's connected to an address they've been called to before.
And another serious crash at Crest Lock and 395. Troopers say it fits a pattern that they've seen far too often. Why this stretch of highway is so dangerous and the changes still stuck in limbo. It's all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It is Tuesday, November 18th. We're just eking our way towards Thanksgiving.
I know.
It's like it's just going to be here, right?
I know.
Like that.
I'm just in a state of you're not thinking about it.
You're so next level on wedding and
everything.
It's just
here. It's already here. Pretty much.
I know. It really is, and it'll be like that.
It's a lot, and we do have a lot to get to this morning. So we're going to start off your top stories talking about a crime alert. This is a follow-up from a story that we first brought you yesterday right here on Good Morning Northwest.
Benton County Sheriff's Office investigating what they are calling a double homicide after what they believe was a domestic violence shooting Saturday night. So here's what we know. Deputies responded to North Rothrock and West Evans Road around 5:30 after witnesses reported a crash. They said they heard yelling and then also gunshots. Well, first responders arrived and they did find 2 people dead. Investigators say that the victims knew each other and that there was also a child at the scene.
Prosser Memorial Health confirms one of the victims was an employee, a cardiopulmonary technician. Detectives will share more details during a press conference, which is scheduled for 11 a.m. this morning.
And domestic violence is not confined by gender, race, or age. It's a harsh reality that can touch anyone's life. It's a topic we can't ignore because behind the statistics, those are real people facing fear and uncertainty every day.
Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia sat down with the local domestic violence service organization to reveal the critical times when victims are most at risk and what we can do to stand with them.
Domestic violence cases often surge at a particular time of the year. The Domestic Violence Services of Benton and Franklin counties supports around 30,000 families annually. They diligently monitor trends monthly and quarterly. Angie Pacheco, Executive Director of DVSBF, explains that spikes are especially common during the holidays and summer months. The so-called most wonderful time of the year can instead become a period of intense pressure and isolation for many.
Usually because of the pressures of the holidays, people are more isolated and financial crises that are happening within families, and a lot of drug and alcohol that's related to relationships.
When victims try to leave abusive partners, the presence of children often complicates the situation.
Sometimes that's one of the biggest factors that families begin to fight, is because of the children, or using the children as, I will take them, or no, and that's some of the biggest fighting points in families. plan with your children if you can get your children out of the situation. And we do have shelters, so you can bring your children and pets with you if you needed to.
If you or someone you know is caught in this painful situation, Pacheco stresses the importance of remembering your voice matters. Now is the moment not to stay silent, but to reach out to law enforcement, friends, or family. You are not alone.
Not to stay quiet about it, so those are important things. Safety planning, which is knowing where to go. One is to be able to call us on our 24-hour hotline, and we can help with some of that information and safety planning. And a lot of people don't have resources. They don't have somebody to call, so we're here for anybody who doesn't have anyone to help them, and we're here to help those that are trying to help someone else as well.
Within Benton and Franklin counties alone, about 55 reported deaths occur annually linked to domestic violence. Pacheco says that number only reflects the number of families who have reported the cases to their organization. Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
Well, if you need help, Domestic Violence Services of Benton and Franklin counties offer a range of resources, including, like you heard there, a 24-hour crisis hotline, which is available to anyone, anywhere. And we have a link to all of that and other vital resources on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
And those with the organization say please don't hesitate to reach out as lives do depend on it.
5:06 now, and we continue our crime alert. This one in Richland, where police say they made an arrest in a shooting that injured 2 people earlier this month. Officers were called out around 3:30 Monday afternoon to a home on Van Giesen Street for reports of gunshots and a possible disturbance. Now, when they got there, police say they didn't find any evidence of a shooting, but they did recognize someone at the scene. It was a person wanted in connection to a previous shooting at the same location that happened early in November. Police say 2 people were hurt in that incident.
And looking to the roadways now, where another crash at the intersection of Crestlock Drive and US 395 is once again raising concerns about safety at a spot that many drivers call one of the most dangerous in the area. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen takes a closer look at why this keeps happening and what authorities say could help.
It's a pattern troopers say they've seen far too often. Another serious crash at Crestlock and 395 caused by a wrong-way driver, this time resulting in non-life-threatening injuries. And historically, this intersection has had a long record of collisions.
From 2021 to 2025, State Route 395 from about King City, which is milepost 23, all the way up to Crestlock, which is milepost 30, the Washington State Patrol has investigated 9 fatality collisions.
Troopers say speed, distracted driving, and the layout of the intersection all play a role, creating a dangerous mix for drivers.
There's cars and there's a significant amount of speed that's going to be dangerous for everybody if drivers are not paying attention.
We've talked with WashDOT in the past, and they tell us they know this spot has ongoing issues and have discussed potential fixes, but funding remains the biggest hurdle. Right now, there's still no timeline for any changes. In the meantime, troopers say awareness and caution are critical, especially at an intersection known for serious wrecks.
Driving is the most dangerous thing that we do on a daily basis, and we want to just encourage everybody to please be safe and acknowledge that we do have a lot of collisions that are preventable.
Trooper Mosqueda says educating the community, not just enforcement, are what finally reduce long-term crash numbers. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And troopers say they'll continue patrolling the area, and they urge drivers to use extreme caution when moving through that intersection.
509 news out of Yakima now, where county commissioners say next year's budget is going to be a tight one, and they're already starting to plan for even bigger challenges in 2027. The county's proposed $330 million budget for 2026 is nearing completion, but commissioners say sales tax revenue is dropping and inflation is still squeezing county services. Leaders say even though departments are now fully staffed, the money just isn't going as far as it used to, and they're running out of areas to cut without impacting the public.
And so now we're at a point where we no longer have vacancies. We're seeing revenues dwindle, sales tax dwindle. We're seeing our inflation, while it's coming down a little bit, we still have a long ways to recoup from the last few years.
Now, Curtis says he doesn't expect a levy lid lift or a new tax ask in 2026 or 2027, meaning the focus now is on efficiencies and long-term planning. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Tariffs, tight supply, and rising demand. Toy experts warn this season may be the most expensive in years. The reason shoppers may want to buy early this holiday season, coming up in your consumer news. Another reason my kids aren't going to get toys. No.
Grinch this year. She's wearing green.
And I'm wearing green.
But first, after the break, our chief meteorologist Josh Colbert will have your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
During the Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. Check out special purchases while they last. Plus 60 months, no interest. The Black Friday Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models. See your Inland Empire GMC dealers.
The old me was stuck in the daily grind. My routine didn't allow for any self-expression. I found clay, and that changed everything. I realized my calling was to give others the space to be creative, to build something. And that's how Clayton was born. Having a Chase Ink card has allowed us to grow it and bring people together. There's a creative side in all of us. That's what I hope people come here to find.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Ink Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Today, too many of us walk away from our primary care appointments feeling rushed and unheard.
We were frustrated too, so we decided to change the quality of healthcare here in the Tri-Cities.
At Primary Care at the PC, we take the time to truly listen. With 1 hour-long appointments, we care about the whole you. You don't have to be a member to be our patient, but once you're here, you might want to be.
Now welcoming new patients. Book your appointments online or call us at 509-783-5465. Primary Care at the PC. Play hard, live well.
During the Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. Check out special purchases while they last. Plus 60 months, no interest. The Black Friday Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
We're celebrating the legend. Here!
It's Prince Night on the semifinals of Dancing with the Stars. Moldering!
Dancing with the Stars, live tonight on ABC and Disney+. The CMA Awards, live.
Wednesday on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We might have fog returning for tonight into tomorrow morning. Usually we try not to be too wishy-washy with these forecasts, but forecasting for fog around this time of the year is a very difficult task. And it's because it's the nature of the beast. We get in these, we call them air stagnation patterns around this time of the year. So what that means is that cold air sinks down into the valleys and into the basin. And when we don't have winds to mix that up, it just kind of stays there. It stagnates and it puts us in, think of it as like a gray dome. So at the base of that, you have fog. And then, of course, if you're socked in that, you're going to be gray for most of the day. So we're not going to experience that for today as the wind gusts are just a little bit too strong. But for tonight, look at lower elevations. Light winds across the map. And then for tomorrow, light winds across the map again. So even though certain forecast models aren't really predicting fog for lower elevations, the ingredients will be in place for some fog to develop into the valleys and the basin. Just a little bit of food for thought. Okay, high temperature is going to stay cool over the next 7 days. Overnight low is going to stay chilly over the next 7 nights. So for today, we'll be in the 40s and 50s for lower elevations, 30s and 40s up in the mountains. And overnight lows, this is going to be the coldest night we've had in quite a while. We'll be into the upper 20s in the Tri-Cities. And those forecast highs, again, mostly staying in the 50s, and the Tri-Cities could have a couple days where we'll be stuck in the very upper 40s. That would be for Wednesday and Thursday. And those overnight lows, upper 20s for tonight, and then 30s after that. Now, as we head into the weekend, tracking some more active weather, I'll tell you what that's all about coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Josh. 5:15, turning now to our consumer news, where tariffs are impacting toys this holiday season, and shoppers are being warned to expect higher prices and lower inventory.
In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan dives into the impacts it's all having on the toy industry and explains why shoppers shouldn't wait until Black Friday to buy.
The holiday shopping season has already begun, but the prices of many items may have you feeling much less jolly this year, especially when it comes to toys.
I don't think we're going to see very big sales this year.
Toy expert Chris Byrne warns shoppers shouldn't wait until Black Friday to buy toys because it's unlikely they'll go on sale and the inventory may be low.
Tariffs did disrupt the entire industry, and people paused shipping earlier in the year. If you see something, buy it.
It's unclear exactly how much tariffs will hurt, but experts expect the prices to increase. Here's why. Roughly 80% of all toys sold in the U.S. are manufactured in China, according to the Toy Association. And Chinese imports have been hit hard with tariffs. The Trump administration implemented the added tax on imports to generate more revenue and encourage companies to make items in the U.S.
We are seeing that toys are one of those categories that are being impacted more heavily by tariffs.
Catherine Cullen with the National Retail Federation says despite tariffs, shoppers are still spending. They recently conducted a survey and found consumers plan to spend roughly $890 per person this year. Families with kids aren't holding back.
They're actually one of the only groups that we saw say they're spending more.
Cullen says families with kids are spending about $30 more. And when it comes to budgeting, Byrne recommends shopping around for the best price and has this advice.
You don't need to overwhelm kids with presents. A few things that they're going to really enjoy and play with, and especially things to share among the family.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
And a lot of big name retailers have their own apps.
Be sure to check those for in-app exclusive deals and events to help stretch your holiday budget even further. If only kids were like cats and just liked the box that it came in. You know?
And they do sometimes, actually.
Oh, the box?
Yeah. I know.
Maybe
sometimes
just a box
you can't
this
win.
year.
Maybe they're just getting boxes.
Use your imagination in the box. There we go.
Yeah.
It's a SpongeBob episode.
I'm just going to take him to the movie or something.
There we go.
All
Experiences.
Right. Yeah. And which we are really big on.
Yeah.
I think that
those
means
are better.
A lot. Yeah. All right. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Checking back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. I can't talk today. 5:17 is the time. Giving you a live look outside. It's our Dust Elvis camera in Pasco. What is the week going to shape up to look like? Well, he's going to let you know after the break.
The Kia Season of New Traditions sales event is going on now at Overturf Kia. Get an additional $750 rebate when you purchase any new 2025 Nero, Seltos, Sorrento, Sportage, or select Tellurides in stock, including hybrid and PHEV models. Get a 2025 Telluride EX X-Line for just $46,867 and 0.9% APR financing. Overturf Kia, Highway I-182 and Road 100 exit on St. Thomas Drive, Pasco.
Are you suffering with constant agonizing knee pain? Have you been told that you have arthritis or are bone on bone? Is knee pain making simple activities like walking stairs or kneeling impossible? If this sounds familiar, the next 60 seconds could change your life. Do not let knee pain control your life any longer. Our powerful program addresses the underlying causes of knee pain without masking symptoms. There is no use of drugs, injections, or surgery. Do not miss this opportunity. Call now to see if we can help. If you qualify for care, day one we will perform a trial treatment. Please listen carefully. You will know by the end of the first visit whether or not we can help you. Do not hesitate. Call now. You don't need to suffer any longer. Call right now to see if you qualify for our program that has transformed thousands of lives. Call before it's too late and take the first step towards the knee pain relief you deserve.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Don't leave it to chance. Trust Vance to install your new Daikin heating and cooling system. Enjoy the benefits of an energy-efficient system that will reduce utility costs and provide quiet, reliable comfort for years to come. Get our best deal of the season with low monthly payments and special financing. Call today to schedule your free consultation with a Van System Designer.
Kraken, Red Wings. Coverage begins at 4 tonight on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We could have some more active weather into this weekend, including some snowy mountain passes. We'll talk about that in just a second. But first, I wanted to show you what's going to happen in the meantime. And that would be not much. High pressure building in over the next couple days. So that will, of course, keep us dry. But then there's this little weak cold front that's going to fall apart as it comes across our area. But Wednesday night and Thursday, that could provide something to the mountains and to the foothills. But most of this forecast, at least through Friday-ish, is going to be us sort of caught in between significant weather makers. So let's go ahead and show you how the next 48 hours are going to pan out with Futurecast radar. You're not going to see much here, folks, at least for lower elevations. Today is looking fairly dry. And tomorrow, it does get a little bit more interesting into tomorrow evening. So you'll see on this side of the page, start to see some rain chances picking up for the Cascades into late tomorrow evening and then into Thursday morning. That's when maybe some of that could spread down into the foothills. This is going to be a quick hitter. We're not expecting any significant impacts from that. The biggest impact will be it could mix up our air again, so that could limit the fog potential Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Okay, Saturday and Sunday and beyond, small rain chances going to return to lower elevations. So here's what that's going to look like in the Yakima Valley. 10 to 30% chances for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The wettest stretch is going to be from 4 in the morning on Saturday to 4 in the morning on Tuesday. This is going to be another one of those storm systems where lower elevations just not going to see much at all. In fact, the Blues not even going to see that much. But the Cascades, reaping all the benefits. We'll have around 1.5 inches of liquid water up in the Cascades, and some of that could be some melted snowfall as well. 4 in the morning on Sunday to 4 in the morning on Tuesday, perhaps 5 to 6 inches of snow for Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass, maybe a couple inches for Blue Mountain passes. This is still 6 to 7 days out. This is subject to change, but personally, if I were traveling over the passes this weekend, I think Saturday would probably be the preferable day. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, keeping the forecast dry through Saturday, and we'll see if fog rears its ugly head in the meantime. And Yakima, little rain chances come back into the picture Saturday through Monday at least. Then for Ellensburg, 25 to 30 mile per hour gusts for today, dry through Friday, then wetter for the weekend. For Hermiston, 15 to 20 mile per hour gusts this morning, calming into the afternoon. Small rain chances return for Sunday. And finally, for Walla Walla, maybe a quick hitting rain chance for Thursday, but more consistent rain chances start this weekend.
So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up next, a new journey to the stars, a humanitarian award for a fan favorite, and a major Gotham tribute for Julia Roberts. Hollywood's biggest headlines coming up in your entertainment news right after the break. It's 5:23.
Dear Savvy, who says you can't have it all? You've got the tech. You've got the drive. And now you've got Toyota value.
Right now, you can lease a stylish new 2026 Camry for just $329 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority.
We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Want your home or business to remain clean? Here to meet all your janitorial needs, R&S Janitorial Services. They have serviced the Valley for over 20 years, specialized in cleaning all offices and businesses to warehouses, commercial buildings, and more. R&S keeps the inside of your business or workplace clean and professional at all times. You keep doing what you do best and let R&S do the rest. Call R&S Janitorial Services at 509-840-7100 today.
Today, too many of us walk away from our primary care appointments feeling rushed and unheard.
We were frustrated too, so we decided to change the quality of healthcare here in the Tri-Cities.
At Primary Care at the PC, we take the time to truly listen. With 1 hour-long appointments, we care about the whole you. You don't have to be a member to be our patient, but once you're here, you might want to be.
Now welcoming new patients. Book your appointments online or call us at 509-783-5465. Primary Care at the PC. Play hard, live well.
I'm a real wild one. Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The 2025 Ford Bronco Sport goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Lease a Bronco Sport Big Bend 4x4 for just $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
New body cam footage as Apple Valley News Now investigates the Trooper Clayson case Wednesday.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Taking a look at your entertainment news, Hollywood is gearing up for a huge week, from a brand new Star Trek movie taking shape to big honors for some familiar faces.
We are talking everything from blockbuster news to a major humanitarian award for one of comedy's most underrated stars.
And there's even a Gotham Awards tribute headed to a pretty iconic pairing. So David Daniel has it all in this morning's Hollywood Minute.
You know, it really had to be about relatable people that you would invest in and care about their journey.
Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly's next journey is to the stars. The filmmakers behind Game Night and Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves are set to write, direct, and produce a new Star Trek movie for Paramount. It's been nearly a decade since the last big-screen Trek film.
I can't honestly believe I'm getting honored for something that I really love to do. It's like getting a trophy for eating cupcakes and petting dogs.
Judy Greer received the Global Champion Award from the International Medical Corps. The actress has been a longtime advocate of the humanitarian organization. Her dear friend Jennifer Garner presented Greer with the honor at the group's annual celebration in Los Angeles.
You tend to choose people because they worship you, not because of any actual merit on their part.
Maggie is brilliant.
Is she? Does she just think you're brilliant?
The Gotham Awards think After the Hunt is brilliant. Director Luca Guadagnino and star Julia Roberts are set to receive the 2025 Gotham Awards Visionary Tribute for the film. The 35th annual Gotham Film Awards ceremony is December 1st in New York. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
I love Julia Roberts.
She's iconic.
She really is.
She's an icon.
Yeah.
Can do no wrong. All movies are just great.
They are, I know.
I'm confused as to what the Gotham Awards are. It doesn't have anything to do with Batman. What is?
That's what I was trying to figure out.
No, I don't believe they do. Let's give it a quick little Google to make sure we're onto something. Yeah, the Gotham Awards.
Because that's what I thought at first too.
But in the meantime, love Julia Roberts and Steel Magnolias.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you can't go wrong there.
Pretty Woman.
They are an American Film Award presented annually in New York.
I guess they. Okay.
So there you go.
We'll look more into
Gotham
that.
City.
Yeah.
Why not?
They're it's a part of the Gotham Film and Media Institute.
Oh.
Independent films.
Okay.
If you watch us every morning, you learn something new every morning.
Yeah.
Because so do we.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
You can always learn something new.
And that's the goal. Learn something new every day, right?
Yeah. All right, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A crash responder safety week kicks off, and first responders in Umatilla County have a message: slow down and move over. Why they say it could save lives during this winter season.
Plus, from rising anxiety to struggling social skills, schools are still seeing the effects of the pandemic. But one local high school is showing how student-led change can turn things around. All the details are coming up in your next half hour, but first, your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Ford and Amazon are teaming up. Used car shoppers can now browse local dealers' used car inventory through Amazon Autos. If you see one you like, you can even fill out most of the necessary paperwork online. Then schedule a time to pick up your new ride. DoorDash has confirmed it was the target of a data breach. The company says hackers stole names, phone numbers, emails, and physical addresses, but did not access social security numbers or bank information. The company did not say how many customers, delivery workers, and merchants were affected. Finally, Google is promoting its new AI-powered weather forecast. It says Weather Next 2 can work up forecasts 8 times faster than Google's previous model, and the company says it's also more accurate in predicting variables like temperature and wind speeds. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Maggie Rulli. Have a great day.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I unlatched Bevo's gate while taking a selfie.
Bevo, no! Come back!
Checking Allstate first was really smart. Not checking Bevo's gate, though, not smart. Well, at least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds. Hook 'em.
This cough.
Mucus levels are high today, huh?
Not today. I got Mucinex 12 Hour.
Mucinex 12 Hour works continuously to break up mucus and move it up and out. Rid the congestion, kill the cough.
The one-of-a-kind joy of Kellogg's cereal and ice-cold milk.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
We got some good days today.
Mickey Mouse's birthday.
Happy birthday.
National Princess Day. That's for Genevieve.
Naturally.
It's her day.
Oh, when isn't it her day?
Exactly. And it's also married to a Scorpio support day. And I find that a little offensive. That's a great thing, right?
I was going to say, like, what kind of support are they looking for?
Well, apparently on here it says that we can be a lot intense. That's a good thing, I think.
Do you feel like you need support working with us?
Blink
like
if you need
emotional
help.
Yeah, blink twice if you need help, Josh.
Put on the spot so much. Oh my goodness.
Josh, just remember, we love
We're
you.
here
Later.
We're here for you.
I'm just kidding.
There was a little bit of
a threat. No.
Yeah, that was a little threatening.
Well, to all of those married to Scorpios like ourselves.
You're welcome. Yeah.
You're welcome.
But Josh, not get us out the door. We're not going anywhere right now, but how's the weather looking?
Yeah, well, if you are
those who are
headed out the door, not as much fog. In fact, no fog on the map this morning in lower elevation. So let's go ahead and take a look at our big weather stories. Now, we could see some fog returning tonight into tomorrow morning. Rain chances returning for Saturday and beyond. And with that series of active weather, that could lead to maybe some snowy mountain passes as we head into the holiday travel weekend and into next week. So lots to digest with our forecast. Now, for this morning, again, fog just really not showing up for lower elevations. We are seeing some fog up in the mountains, but the valleys, the basin, and the foothills are looking A-okay for this morning. And we can thank the winds for that. Now, the winds aren't that strong, but gust around 15 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley, 17 miles per hour for Walla Walla. That's all it takes sometimes to mix out our atmosphere, at least locally. And so that's why we're not seeing any fog for lower elevations this morning. Temperatures all over the map, 29 in Yakima, 41 for the Tri-Cities, 44 for Walla Walla. Your coat cast for this Tuesday for the Tri-Cities, heavy jacket stuff for this morning. Then it's going to be light jacket weather throughout the rest of the day, but the more heavy jacket weather for tonight as it will trend colder for tonight. So for today, 40s and 50s for lower elevations, partly to mostly cloudy skies. But again, the fog may be returning for tonight into tomorrow morning. I'll talk about the nuances of that forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 5:34, and we begin this half hour of news in Umatilla County, where Fire District 1 in Northern Oregon is urging drivers to slow down and pay attention as Crash Responder Safety Week gets underway.
First responders say they've already handled around 300 crashes this year in District 1's coverage area. With cold weather moving in and roads becoming icy, they say driver awareness is more important than ever.
Now, the district is joining the U.S. Department of Transportation in raising awareness, reminding drivers to slow down and move over when they see emergency crews working on the road.
The Federal Highway Administration actually started commemorating this week in 2016, so we're almost at the 10-year anniversary. Where we're situated for UCFD1, we protect both I-82 and I-84, so two major highways, so it definitely is something that we want to be proactive with.
Now, UCFD1 says these simple steps can help prevent serious injuries or even save lives. As responders continue to handle a high number of crashes across the state of Oregon, it is illegal to not slow down for emergency vehicles. 5:35 and looking to education now. Getting involved on campus can be a tricky task for high school students at times, but some schools are making it easy, including Chiawana High School in Pasco. Chiawana is the winner of the 2025 Culture Kickoff Award, given out by the Association of Washington Student Leaders. Students have helped boost school spirit through welcome events, going to school activities, and even through creating social media videos. It's helping the schools rebuild spirit that was impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic, and staff say it's all thanks to student leaders.
I feel like we're expanding out to all the clubs and not just staying together in your group. I feel like you're just like more open and like you'll see more people in the hall being like, hi, and it's just like more great for everyone, more welcoming.
And Chiawana isn't the only school in the area to receive a Culture Kickoff Award. Kamiakin High School here in Kennewick has also been selected as a winner.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're talking sports and how a swimmer who started with physical challenges and no sports experience is now a state champion. This morning, how Eliana Urena Arias pushed past every obstacle to make school history. Hear the inspiring story right after the break.
Seattle Kraken Hockey, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
We're celebrating the legend. Cheers!
It's Prince Night on the semifinals of Dancing with the Stars.
Moldering! Dancing with the Stars, live tonight on ABC and Disney+.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down.
We were starting a business from the ground up.
People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Get this exceptional offer on a 2026 Cadillac Vistic and select 2025 and 2026 Cadillac Optic and Lyric models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Don't let a small kitchen disaster ruin your holiday. Call your local appliance experts at Fred's Appliance. Upgrade your home by saving on all GE appliances. From laundry to dishwashers and refrigerators, we have what you need. Right now, save over $800 on this new induction range. At Fred's Appliance, we have in-stock Get It Today inventory, so you can get your dinner plans back on track.
From creating memories to finding the perfect gift, Steel can help make the holidays even easier. Check off more of your wish list when you get an extra battery with select Steel battery sets. Happy holidays from Steel.
Black Friday is here at More Furniture. Don't miss the biggest savings of the year. Up to 50% off store-wide on beautiful living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Free white glove delivery on your purchase of $9.99 or more. We'll bring it in, set it up, and take the hassle out of your holiday upgrade. Plus doorbuster deals you can't afford to miss. Hurry in for the very best selections before they're gone.
Tonight, it's a side of country music you haven't seen.
Come along with me. I'm about to take you backstage Nashville where you've never gone before.
Get ready to get up close with country's biggest stars.
Center stage, countdown to the CMA Awards.
Tonight on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. No fog this morning because of the winds, but for tonight into tomorrow morning, a little bit more fog could return as, the setup of the fog we get around this time of the year is that we think of it as like a cold dome, right? So the cold air, it sinks down into the valleys and into the basin. And if we don't have any winds to mix that out, that cold dome can kind of turn to a gray and foggy dome. So that is a very layman's way of explaining that. But all that to say the winds are going to be very crucial to this fog forecast for tonight and for tomorrow night. So the winds looking light for tonight. The winds looking light for tomorrow morning and throughout the day for tomorrow. So we could see some fog returning to the valleys and basin and perhaps to the foothills as well. Models aren't picking up on that, but just based on pattern recognition around here, that is something I would keep a very close eye on. Okay, now let's pivot to temperatures. Going to stay cool over the next 7 days, going to be chilly over the next 7 nights. So for today, high temperature is going to be in the 40s and 50s for lower elevations, 30s and 40s for the mountains. And then for tonight, the coldest night we've had in quite some time. Upper 20s in the Tri-Cities, mid to upper 20s in the valleys will be mostly in the low to mid 30s for the foothills. And those highs over the next 7 days going to stay right about on par for this time of the year in the Yakima Valley. And then those overnight lows going to be in the mid 20s for tonight. We'll hover around 30 degrees for Wednesday night and Thursday night, and then back up into the 30s for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. So cold stuff overall. That is, of course, one aspect to our forecast, but a lot of you are probably going to have vested interest in this part of the forecast as we head into the weekend. Talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 542 talking sports now this morning, and a Kennewick High School swimmer making history, becoming the school's first ever state champion.
Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable tells the story of the swimmer who never let her battle with cancer slow her down.
Meet Eliana Arena Arrayas. Her story starts well before she was competing in the state championships for swim. At a young age, Eliana was diagnosed with neuroblastoma.
So after they took the tumor out and all the cancer, I was kind of left in a state where my legs needed additional help. So I did therapy, and then I got AFOs after a while that helped me walk every day and let me do my daily activities.
Never having played sports before, as a freshman in high school, Eliana decided she wanted to try swim.
I still remember her first day when her mom talked to me and asked quite a few questions because she clearly knew how to swim from therapy, but competitive swimming is a new beast.
Unable to start on the blocks, Eliana was coached to take a different route than the average swimmer. At first, just finding the stamina to get through a practice was her goal.
It tested my endurance, my mentality, really put me in a spot where I was very hardworking, determined, and ready to continue and pursue.
4 years of hard work brought her to the state championship race for the 50-yard adaptive backstroke.
I'll never forget those eyes before she went in the pool. She looked at me with this intense nervousness that was backed by this just like piercing determination. Like she was so ready. I could see it and I could feel it.
This is your race. You got this. Just go for it. Just go. Just swim. Just reach that wall, turn, and keep on going. It's like sprint, 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 all the way till the wall. And then after, when it finally settled in, I was like, oh my goodness.
In just 46 seconds, she became a state champion.
Eliana will be joining the Wall of State Champions and becomes the first Kennewick swimmer, regardless of event, to win a state championship.
She pushed beyond what I think she thought she was capable of, and she's a trailblazer for the area too in adaptive swim. There are no champions over here in the east side for that.
A storybook ending to her senior season, overcoming obstacles is what Eliana has done her whole life. And now her name is etched in the record books. In Kennewick, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
And the time of 46 seconds is a new school record and allowed her to win the race by a margin of 1.5 seconds.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
I love her.
I love her.
I think everybody
so
just fell in love with her.
Much. Congratulations
Amazing.
to her.
Incredible.
Just the determination, and I love her spirit so much.
And she spoke so eloquently, like inspiring.
So inspiring. Love her. All right. Still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. And of course, checking back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth as we give you that live look outside this morning from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. It is 5:45 on this Tuesday, and we are back after the break.
Lung disease is very difficult to live with in many ways, and our goal here is to truly live the mission of Good Shepherd, which is patients first, always. Our pulmonology and sleep medicine team is here for you. We're here to provide you world-class care. Please contact us and come to see us. It will be our privilege to serve you.
Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
Don't leave it to chance. Trust Vance to install your new Daikin heating and cooling system. Get our best deal of the season with low monthly payments and special financing. Call today to schedule your free consultation with a Vance system designer.
From our family at Scott Smith State Farm, serving the Tri-Cities for over 15 years with our 2 locations in Kennewick and 1 in Yakima, we wish you joy, peace, and prosperity this holiday season. Merry Christmas from all of us at Scott Smith State Farm.
STCU and Apple Valley News Now continue to honor volunteers by sharing their stories and awarding their charities $1,000 each. If you know someone in Benton and Franklin counties who is making a difference and taking that extra step to make our communities better, please tell us about them today. Just click on Volunteers Count on the contest tab at applevalleynewsnow.com for the STCU Volunteers Count nomination form. Volunteers Count from STCU and Apple Valley News Now.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits that help you life better. Because being human is a full-time job.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We could see rain chances picking up for this weekend and maybe even some snow chances picking up for mountain passes. So let's show you how we get there. Really, this is going to show you what's going to happen in the meantime. So we had a cold front that passed yesterday. That's why we're going to be noticeably colder for tonight, but look at this. Tonight into tomorrow, that little dome of high pressure going to quickly move by here. So that's why we could maybe see some fog developing overnight into tomorrow morning. Then there's a weak cold front that's going to pass this Wednesday night into Thursday. So that could bring some rain snow to our mountains, maybe even some showers to the foothills. But most of this, at least through Friday, we're going to be kind of caught in between significant patterns. So let's time out the next 48 hours with Futurecast radar. Not much doing for lower elevations for today, really for tomorrow either. So we continue to step this throughout tomorrow, and yeah, just not much showing up for lower elevations. But then late on Wednesday night into Thursday morning, that's when rain and snow chances going to pick up for the Cascades, and maybe even some showers for the foothills. But I think in bulk, shower chances mainly going to return for this weekend and beyond. Here's what that's going to look like in the Tri-Cities. I think we probably keep it dry for Saturday, but Sunday and Monday 10 to 20% rain chances, and the wettest stretch of weather is going to be 4 a.m. on Saturday to 4 in the morning on Tuesday. And once again, this is going to be another storm system where lower elevations aren't really going to get much of anything, but the Cascades, 1.5 inches of liquid water for places like Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass. And the reason why I say liquid water is it's not all rainfall. It could be a little bit of melted snowfall as well. So 4 in the morning on Sunday to 4 in the morning on Tuesday. Maybe 1/2 foot of snow for a Cascade Passes, Snoqualmie Pass, White Pass. This is still 6-7 days out, subject to change. But if I were traveling this weekend over our passes, I think Saturday would be the preferable day. So here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, keeping the forecast dry through Saturday. And we'll see if fog rears its ugly head in the meantime. And Yakima, little rain chances come back into the picture Saturday through Monday at least. Then for Ellensburg, 25 to 30 mile per hour gusts for today, dry through Friday, then wetter for the weekend. For Hermiston, 15 to 20 mile per hour gusts this morning, calming into the afternoon. Small rain chances return for Sunday. And finally for Walla Walla, maybe a quick hitting rain chance for Thursday, but more consistent rain chances start this weekend.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 5:51. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour.
And we start with the top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning, where deputies are saying 2 people were found dead Saturday night in what appears to be a domestic violence shooting near North Rothrock and West Evans Road. A witness reported a crash. They heard yelling and then gunfire. First responders also found a child at the scene as well. Investigators confirmed that the victims didn't know each other. Local domestic violence advocates say cases often rise around the holidays when pressure, financial strain, and isolation increases, and they urge victims and those worried about loved ones to speak up and make a safety plan and reach out for help.
Richland police say they've arrested a person connected to a shooting which injured 2 people earlier this month. That happened on Van Giesen Street, but police were called again to the same home on Monday for reports of gunfire. Although they didn't find evidence of shots being fired this time, they did recognize the person in the house wanted in connection to that earlier case. The investigation into both incidents is ongoing.
Well, troopers say a wrong-way driver caused another serious crash at Crestlock and 395, a stretch already known for collisions. From 2021 through 2025, 9 fatal wrecks have happened along that corridor. Investigators point to high speeds, distracted driving, and the layout of the intersection as major contributions. Now, WashDOT has acknowledged ongoing safety issues and potential solutions, but funding remains the biggest challenge, leaving no timeline for improvements. Until then, troopers just say drivers need to be aware, and they say that a lot of these crashes are preventable.
In Umatilla County, Fire District 1 says they've handled around 300 crashes this year so far, and with winter weather approaching, it only gets more dangerous on the roads. For National Crash Responders Safety Week, the district is reminding drivers to slow down and move over when emergency crews are on the road. Those simple actions can prevent major injuries and even save lives. It's also Oregon law to reduce speed for emergency cars and responders working on the side of the road.
And Yakima County's upcoming budget sits at more than $330 million, but commissioners say revenue simply isn't keeping pace with rising costs. With sales tax collections down and inflation still high, leaders say they've already cut as much as they can without affecting critical services. While they don't expect to ask voters for new taxes, they are looking internally for cost savings and efficiencies. A new strategic plan will guide which services are essential and which may not be sustainable long term. Commissioners say more public discussion will happen early next year as difficult decisions move forward.
Turning now to your national headlines. Today, the House could vote on releasing government case files involving sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Survivors are urging lawmakers to pass the bill. One of the bill's main supporters, Representative Thomas Massie, predicts it'll pass with the veto-proof majority. That's despite the battle just to get it on the floor. A bipartisan discharge petition is forcing a vote despite prior resistance from House Speaker Mike Johnson. It has the required signatures.
In your business headlines this morning, GameStop is hosting a Trade Anything Day where people can literally bring in just about anything to trade for a voucher. Company says the item must fit in a 20 by 20 by 20 size box. Customers can receive a store credit on their one traded item. GameStop has not yet determined what the trade value will be. The Trade Anything Day is scheduled for December 6th.
Now to your health headlines. 2 popular weight loss drugs will now cost less if you pay with cash instead of going through insurance. Novo Nordisk announced it's offering the first 2 monthly doses of Wegovy and Ozempic for $199. The discount applies to the 2 lowest doses of the medications and expires at the end of March. Additional refills will drop to $349 a month from $499. Also for the lowest dosage, and the drug maker has faced increased competition in the GLP-1 market as compounding pharmacies offer less expensive versions. It says the discounted drugs will be available at Costco, GoodRx, and Weight Watchers, as well as many retail pharmacies. Rival drug maker Eli Lilly is also lowering its prices for GLP-1 medications. Its discounted products will be available on TrumpRx when it launches early next year.
5:55 in your sports headlines this morning. Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders had a rough end to his NFL debut Sunday. After the game, he found out his home had been broken into. He's at least the 6th NFL player to have this happen to him during a game. More than a dozen professional athletes have seen their homes burglarized in the past several months. It's not known what, if anything, was taken.
Trending now this morning, more than 100 monkeys were rescued in Thailand in 2 separate busts on the same day.
81 of the long-tailed macaques were found in a car. 2 suspects used to lead police on a chase near Cambodia. There was also methamphetamine in the vehicle.
What?
And police arrested both men. What? Okay.
So many questions.
I feel like I need to read that again.
Well, also, on top of all that, 62 of the same type of monkeys were found in baskets hidden in a sugarcane field, and the long-tailed monkeys are endangered. There's a black market for them because their DNA makes them valuable for drug testing.
Interesting.
That had layers to it.
There's a lot to unpack.
That was an onion, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like there's still more that we could know.
Yeah, and this is now the, we had another monkey story, like monkeys escaping a couple weeks back. It was in Mississippi.
Yeah, the truck crashed, I think, and they fled the scene.
Yeah.
Not my circus, not my monkeys. But I don't know, this circus is interesting.
Because it's
a police chase.
Full-on circus. Drugs, monkeys.
I need a movie. I need
Black
a TV
market.
show. This sounds hilarious. A great TV show.
All right. Okay, so much more ahead here.
Will Ferrell in it.
On Good Morning Northwest. More details on Yakima County's $330 million budget and why leaders say rising costs and shrinking revenues are creating some tough choices ahead. The changes they're weighing now. That's coming up in your 6 o'clock hour.
Plus, with Election Day behind us, one community group is looking at just how many new voters they reached this year. Coming up, we're breaking down LULAC's push to get more Franklin County residents to the ballot box. And Josh, what are you tracking?
Yeah, we are tracking, thankfully, not really any significant fog for this morning. That could come back for tomorrow morning, and then maybe some snow impacting past travel as we head into the holiday-ish weekend, you know, the weekend before Thanksgiving weekend. But we'll talk about all that coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.